Good morning, Everyday Math. I am glad that we are back to the videos and we have our precious internet. Here is today's joke, because I know you missed yesterday's. But what do you call a man who has no arms and no leg who got into a fight with his cat? His name is Claude. Alright, page 290 in your math journal. Please turn there, open up. I'm going to work on a few together and talk about what you will be doing for today. As you can see here, we are continuing to talk about our rates, and we are going to be, oh man, there we go. We are going to be continuing with our rate conversation. I wish that this was oriented, but for some reason I'm having problems with the smartboard, so bear with me. So looking at number one, Grandma Riley drove her car at 60 miles per hour for 4 hours. How far did she travel? First thing is we got to identify what we're talking about. So on the top, we are talking about miles. Well, that's not too bad. And on the bottom, we're going to put hours. So she was going at a rate of 60 miles per 1 hour. So in 1 hour, she can travel 60 miles. How many miles is she going to travel if she drives for 4 hours? So our number model, what we're writing here is our arrow problem. So we are doing 60 times 4. That's what we write for our number model. And that's going to equal m for miles, the number of miles. So when we do 60 times 4, we would get 240 miles. So that is our answer, 240 miles. That's how far she would travel in 4 hours, going exactly 60 miles an hour for all of those 4 hours. She cannot change speed. If she goes any faster, she would go further. If she goes any slower, then she would not go as far. Okay, exactly, constant. All right, so that is what you're doing. You're filling in your charts. Make sure that you are putting miles per hour. And you can see here is that the concept that they're trying to teach you is that when you do a rate times time, that gets you a distance. Okay? All right, what you'll be looking at for the rest of your math journal is you're going to be finding how many calories do you burn in 1 day. So you are going to complete this chart. You can see here there's a few empty spaces. And that's where you're using your rates to find your answer. For example, this one is calories per minute, and this one is calories per hour. So for example, in 1 minute, you burn 0.7 calories in 1 minute. However, in 1 hour, which is 60 minutes, you burn 40. So think about the rate that we used. We were using at a rate of we're going to do minutes over, oh, sorry, I don't want to do minutes. I wanted to do calories. Ignore that. I can't erase it right now. So we're doing calories per minute. All right, and so if we continue this, we know that you burned 0.7 calories in 1 minute. However, how many minutes are in 1 hour? 1 hour would be 60 minutes, so we have to convert hours to minutes, and then we would get 40. So essentially, what we did is, remember your cross multiplication, and that's how you'll find your answer. So let's look at dressing and undressing. How many calories are you going to burn per minute? Because I'm guessing you don't spend an hour dressing and undressing. Probably not even a minute. So let's make our chart. We have calorie over minute. Get our separators there. So we are trying to find 1 minute, and we know that in 1 hour you would spend, or your body would use 90 calories in 1 hour. So this is now, we're going to say C. So let's cross multiply. So we have 60C equals 90. Divide by 60 by both sides, and we see that C equals 90 divided by 60 is 1.5. 1.5 calories. So if you were dressing, if it took you 1 minute to dress or undress, kind of a weird one, but it would take you your body would use 1.5 calories just for that function. But if you do it for an hour, you'd burn 90 calories. 90 calories is kind of, what's 90 calories? Maybe like a little snack bar or something. Okay? So make sure you fill in the rest of your chart, fill in those blank spots using this rate formula that I set up here. And then lastly, here is where you would calculate how many calories you burn. So you are choosing the activity, and then you need to write down how much time do you typically spend on that activity. And so this is a normal school day. So from how many hours you sleep to how much you eat, how much time you study and work. Remember, you can find all that information on this page right here. That's where you can find all that. And you're going to calculate how many calories do you burn. So the calorie rate, remember this is the calorie per minute or calorie per hour. So you could put in these numbers or these numbers, whichever you choose. So obviously for sleeping, you're not going to do it per minute. You're probably going to be doing it per hour. So choose your rates, plug in, and then actually find out how many calories you burned. So for example, if for me, I typically get about 7 hours of sleeping. So I'm going to say sleep. And around average 7. I try to get more. Sometimes I get a little less. So by looking at the rate, sleeping, I burn 40 calories an hour. So 7 hours. I got to clarify that. So I burn over 40 calories, about 40 calories every hour of sleep. So I am doing 7 times 40. 7 times 4, I know, is 28. So just by sleeping, I'm burning 280 calories at night. So that's about 2 Coca-Colas, I think. I feel like that's not true. I think Coke has more calories. But anyways, that's how many calories. So that's the example. Choose the activity that you do, how long, either hours or minutes, and then figure out how many total you've burned. Okay? That's the end of the video. Go ahead, work hard. I will see you in real life.